evening and welcome to the Ryde Baseball Game Day live coverage, live and exclusive on the Ryde Baseball Club YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kerry Choi. Our panel tonight will be run by Mo and Curly. They don't like it, but they don't want me to tell you what their names are, so you'll just have to guess. We are about to commence the first round of the round 13 matchup between your Ryde Hawks and the Orioles from MacArthur. Plate meeting currently underway there in the middle of your screen. We will have the return fixture here live on Saturday. The first pitch of 18s is scheduled for 10:30 a.m. Immediately preceding that event, we're having the Hawkies Tea Party here from 8 o'clock in the morning. So there's 18 T-ball teams will be descending on ELS Hall for the Hawkies Tea Party on Saturday morning. Hawkeye will make a special appearance at that, possibly Santa. Something to look forward to and a really great initiative there by the RHBL. I'll go around the diamond and introduce you to your Ryde Hawks, how they've taken the field tonight. The starting pitcher on the mound there is Luke Livian. Behind the dish, the honours tonight go to Kai Stacey. First base is Oliver Flockstra. Second base tonight, Jesse O'Connell. Third base is Callum Lambert. The shortstop for the fixture is Max Brennan. Outfield left to right, Miguel Nixon, Cooper Wilson and Bradley Dalton. The designated hitter tonight is Jackson Heap. So they are your Ryde Hawks. We'll go, the MacArthur Orioles will come to the plate in this order. Chris Douglas will be the leadoff hitter. Tim Nelson will bat in the 2-hole. Jackson Mannix will bat 3. Shannon Hislop will bat 4. Darian Raggins will bat 5. George Huratisvili, I'm going to get that right. George Huratisvili will bat 6. Gus Landon will bat 7. Campbell Harris will bat 8. And Jordan Barnes will round out the starting 9. Lachlan Book is the starting pitcher. We'll introduce you to the Hawks as they come to the plate when they do in the bottom of the first, but we are moments away from the first pitch of this game. Round 13, the last round before the Christmas break. Sorry, I'm just getting a message asking me what the station is. It's Ryde Baseball Club on the YouTube channel there. Give it a search, hit subscribe, and you'll get notifications when we go live for all of the games across Saturday. Top right-hand corner of your screen is the AnyStage radar. That's going to pick up the pitch velos of all of the pitches for tonight's game. And, of course, the Reg Stitcher scoreboard will keep us on top of the progress of this game. The first pitch in to Chris Douglas is down, ball 1. 2 balls now for Douglas. Douglas leading off for the Orioles, playing shortstop tonight. And that's inside and up as well on Douglas. 80 miles an hour from Livian. 3 balls. And that's going to catch the top of the zone. 81 miles an hour from Livian. It's a beautiful evening here at ELS Hall, and a big swing there from Douglas will fill up the count here in the first batter of this game. As I said, it's a beautiful evening here in North Ryde. 23 degrees, sunny. We're expecting sunset at 7:59. And Douglas will go chasing the pitch there from Livian, and he will pick up his first strikeout of the night. 1 away here in the top of the first. Tim Nelson, the centre fielder, will step in for his first appearance. As I said, sunset is due in about 40 minutes' time, but the lights are on and ready for play here at ELS Hall. So the first pitch from Nelson, and a big swing is going to open his account. 0-1. So the off-speed missing there. 1-1. The umpire in charge of tonight's game is Mr. Paul Jones. The field umpire is Mr. Joel Marchant. We thank the Umpires Association for staffing the games. We know that it's going to be a busy weekend on the weekend, as Nelson with the leadoff single there to centre field. Technically not the leadoff, but the first hit of the game there. That one just dropping in to shallow centre field for Nelson. So the Orioles have a runner aboard here. He'll bring to the plate for his first appearance the 3-hole hitter and third baseman Jackson Mannix, wearing number 70 tonight. I understand that is not his number, but he is wearing that for tonight's game. So if you're looking at 70 and you think it's your kid, it's not. It's Mannix. He sends that one into the air. It's very deep. It's over the head of the left fielder, Miguel Nixon. And Nelson is going to be waved in. So double there for Jackson Mannix to left field, and Tim Nelson will come around to score. So solid base running there from Nelson. Strong hit from Jackson Mannix. That one going down to the fence there in left field over the head of the left fielder. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but it is in the long shadows there down in left field. And the fielder, they've just moved the coaching staff have just moved the fielder around to get him out of that sun. So Shannon Hislop will step in now for his first appearance from the left side, and he will open his account with a big swing. Playing first base tonight for the Orioles. He has a runner standing safely at second base, just the one out here in the top of the first. Big swing again from Hislop on the off speed from Livian. 0-2 is the count. And that one off the end of the bat from Hislop. It's gone up and it's going to be caught by the third baseman Lambert. So catch there in shallow left field, probably more on the inside of the diamond there, the pop-up. So that's got to bring to the plate for his first appearance another left-handed hitter, Darian Raggins, will step in for his first appearance. He's going to play right field tonight for the Orioles. First pitch in is down. It's away from Stacey, but no movement from Mannix at second base. 2 out now here for the Hawks. If you have just joined us, a leadoff strikeout to Douglas. Tim Nelson with a single to centre. Jackson Mannix with a double to left. That RBI plating the first run. Shannon Hislop with the pop out. And Darian Raggins now has 2 strikes on him. That one's on the ground. Big scoop from Lambert, fired over to Flockstra, straight into the glove. And a nice play there from the Hawks infield will end the Orioles here in the top of the first. But not before they played a run. 1 run on the board for MacArthur. I'll take you around the diamond now and introduce you to MacArthur, how they'll take the field. The starting pitcher is Lachlan Brook. Behind the dish is Campbell Harris. At first base is Shannon Hislop. Second base is Jordan Barnes. Third base tonight is Jackson Mannix. Shortstop for the fixture is Chris Douglas. The outfield left to right is Gustavo, or Gus as I've been allowed to call him, Landon. Centre field is Tim Nelson. And we've just met Darian Raggins, who is the right fielder. The designated hitter who we haven't met is George Havritisvilis. Havritisvili. I'm going to get that wrong, and I apologise to George. I've been practicing since I met him a bit earlier in the game. George out in Australia playing from the UK. George Havritisvili. But he will lead us off when we come out for the top of the second innings. Your Ryde Hawks will come to the plate in this order. The lead-off hitter will be Cooper Wilson. Jackson Heap, the designated hitter, will bat 2. Max Brennan will bat 3. Jesse O'Connell batting in the clean-up spot. Callum Lambert will bat 5. Oliver Flockstra 6. Bradley Dalton 7. Kai Stacey 8. And Miguel Nixon will bat in the 9-hole. Luke Livian, we've already met. They are your Ryde Hawks for tonight. So Lachlan Brook just going through his last few pitches. As I said, we've got a full day of streaming coming to you live on the channel on Saturday, so it is a good time to head over to Ryde Baseball Club Game Day Live and follow the stream. If you hit subscribe there, you'll get a notification when we go live on Saturday. And you won't miss a pitch of those games if you hit that subscribe button. So Cooper Wilson will step in now for his first appearance tonight. And 82 miles an hour from Brooke will see Wilson open his account with a swinging strike, 0-1. And that one off the end of the bat from Wilson. So Brooke quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. And Wilson's fired that one into left field over the jumping first baseman Hislop. And Wilson's going to be satisfied with the single. So a lead-off single here for the Hawks, and they have their first base runner aboard, will bring to the plate for his first appearance, a designated hitter tonight for the Hawks, Jackson Heap. And the first pitch into Heap, called strike one. And that one fired into the top of the fence from Heap. So again, Brooke quickly ahead in the count here on these Hawks batters. 0-2. My panel guys have just got new thermoses. So they've got very, very hot, beautifully smelling coffee here in the press box, although no food should be allowed in here near all this equipment. And that's fired in to the top of the fence again from Heap. 0-2. Is it hot? Nice and hot. So the count is 0-2 here on Jackson Heap. If you are just joining us, this is the bottom of the first innings. Orioles plating a run. Wilson's taken off. The swing from Heap is going to see him back in the dugout, but a stolen base there for Wilson will have a Hawk in scoring position. So one away here for the Hawks. We'll bring to the plate for his first appearance the shortstop and three-hole hitter tonight, Max Brennan. Wilson standing safely at second base. And that one inside at the feet of Brennan. It's the first ball that Brooke's thrown. 1-0. And Brennan with the swing, 83 miles an hour from Brooke, 1-1. Scorers for tonight's game, Lynn Donnell and Kim Robertson. We thank them for their service to the league and to the game. We got Christmas music for Saturday's stream, guys. That's going to sit up for Brennan, 2-1. Christmas songs for Saturday's stream. Festy it all up a bit. Last round before the Christmas break, we'll return to games. I think it's the third week of January, but someone will confirm that. That one's in the air from Brennan. It's going to find grass. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder. It's not picked up cleanly. Brennan's going to be satisfied with the single, and Wilson's going to come around and score. So the RBI single there to left field for Max Brennan. We'll see Cooper Wilson come around and score and level up this game. One out here for the Hawks. That's going to bring to the plate the clean-up hitter for tonight, Jesse O'Connell. O'Connell stepping in for his first appearance. And Connell sent that one into deep right field. Moving across and taking the catch will be Raggins. So the fly out to right field, the second out here for the Hawks. First pitch there from O'Connell, straight into the air. Callum Lambert will step in now for his first appearance in the 5-hole. So 2 away here for the Hawks. Big swing there from Lambert to open his account 0-1. .85 mile an hour from Brooke down the chute, 0-2. And that one off the end of the bat from Lambert into the top of the fence. We've seen that a few times tonight. Long pause from Brooke. Quick look at Brennan. And the swing from Lambert will see the end of the Hawks here, but not before they also plate a run. And after one complete, it is 1-1 on the Red Stitches scoreboard. We'll be back very, very shortly for the top of the second. Good evening and welcome back to the top of the second innings, and stepping in for his first appearance tonight is a designated hitter, George Havritisvili. All of the MacArthur guys are probably going to be giving me a bit of a laugh at my pronunciation there. First pitch into Havritisvili, down, ball 1. Luke Livian back out for his second innings of work. And the off speed there will catch the outside of the plate, 1-1. And that's on the ground. It's past O'Connell. So Havritisvili will be aboard with a single to right field. So lead-off hit there for the Orioles in the top of the second will bring to the plate for his first appearance Gus Landon. And down the chute to Landon, 0-1. And Landon's put that one in the air, moving across. It's going to find grass. Dalton's got the chase on now. Havritisvili is turning third. He's going to look to come home, and he will beat the ball. So Havritisvili will score on the Gus Landon triple to right field. So the Orioles will plate another run here in the top of the second innings. And that will bring to the plate for his first appearance the 8-hole hitter Campbell Harris, catching for the Orioles tonight. So Harris with a runner standing safely at third base. The first pitch into Harris is a ball. Havritisvili coming around to score on the Gus Landon triple. So back-to-back hits here for the Orioles, none out. That one's on the ground, a choppy hit. It's going to be scooped by the third baseman, checking the runner over, not picked at first. So Harris will get aboard. We'll see what that one gets charged with for the scorers. But now the Orioles have runners on the corners and none out here in the top of the second. And the 9-hole hitter Barnes will step in for his first appearance. Barnes playing second base tonight. And the first pitch in to Jordan Barnes, inside and up, ball one. And that one off the feet of Stacey. He's going to be over quick enough to stop Landon from coming home, but Harris will move to second base. So 2 balls now on the 9-hole hitter, Jordan Barnes. And Orioles in scoring position. None out here in the top of the second. 1 run's already crossed here in the inning. And that's going to miss down 2. So 3 straight balls there to the 9-hole. And Jordan Barnes will draw a walk. And that will turn the order over for the Orioles. Stepping in for his second appearance, Chris Douglas. Douglas now with runners on all bases. Loaded bases, none out. And that one's down away from Stacey again. Not far enough away to advance Landon, but the ball will be recorded on Douglas. And a quick visit here to the Ryde pitcher. We'll just recap the innings. A leadoff single to Havritisvili to right field. Landon with the triple to right, scoring Havritisvili. Campbell Harris reaching. One's probably going to be charged as an error against a Hawk. We'll get a confirmation from the scorers on that one. Jordan Barnes drawing a walk, and that has loaded up the bases here for the Orioles. So just had a confirmation from the scorers that Harris is aboard with the error. And Douglas is about to step in. He has a 1-ball count on him now. And that also missing down for Douglas. 2 balls. Outside. So 3 straight balls there for Chris Douglas. So Livian with a bit of work to do here for the Hawks. And down the chute. Good 3-0 pitch there from Livian. Right down the middle. And that one's fired into right field. It's going to be fair. It's right down into the right field corner. So 1 run will cross, 2 runs will cross, 3 runs will cross. And Barnes just getting past the tag from Stacey. Good relay from the Hawks, but They will plate the 3 on the triple from Chris Douglas. So Orioles now with a 5-1 lead on the Red Stitches scoreboard. And they have none out here in the top of the second. So bases clearing triple there from Douglas. Tim Nelson will step in now for his second appearance. A single to centre field. Got the Orioles underway in the top of the first. And the swing there from Nelson off the handle of the bat. 0-1. And that's going to sit up. 1-1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Nelson. And that's going to miss down, so count 2-2. Choppy hit there from Nelson. It will trail away foul, scooped up by the third baseman Lambert, but in foul territory there. And the swing from Nelson will end his time at the plate. So 1 out here for Luke Livian. He'll pick up his second strikeout of the night. Jackson Mannix will step in, and that looks like it's going to be Livian's time on the mound done. So Livian with the 1.1 innings of work there, and he will be replaced on the mound by Alistair Ballantyne. Beg your pardon, it's Benny Caracassis. What am I talking about? I saw Ali walking around before, so I got confused. I was like, oh, how cool, is he making his debut? We see all the kids, and it's great to see all of the young Hawks come to first grade and get a chance to get in. But this is Ben Caracassis, a regular member of the pitching roster for the Ryde Hawks first grade team. Fine young man to boot. We'll just recap the innings as Caracassis goes through his last few warm-up pitches. A single to right field for Havritisvili, a triple to right field for Gus Landon. Campbell Harris getting on board by a fielding error. Jordan Barnes drawing a walk, and Chris Douglas clearing the bases with a triple to right field. Literally landed down virtually in front of home plate on the car park diamond down there in right field. And Tim Nelson with the strikeout. That's how we get to now Caracassis coming in to take over the pitching responsibilities from Luke Levy, and Jackson Mannix will be the first Oriole to face Caracassis. And that's on the ground. Scoop from Lambert, checking the runner over to Flockstra. He's pulled him off the bag, but he's held on by the skin of his cleat there. So a great effort there from Flockstra at first base. It's one of those thanks bro for saving me moments, and it is 2 out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here for Caracassis. And that will bring to the plate for his second appearance. Shannon Hislop flew out into shallow left field, almost on the infield. I'm going to call it a pop out. Better describes it. The first pitch in from Caracassis, down, ball 1. And that one's going to sit up. So 2 balls now for Hislop. And that one's outside, so 3 balls. And down the chute. 3-1. That one's on the ground. O'Connell shoring himself over to Flockstra, and the out will be recorded. So Caracas is coming in and taking care of the innings, but not before the Orioles plate 4. And on the Red Stitches scoreboard, as we head to the bottom of the second, it is Orioles 5, Your Ryde Hawks 1. We'll be back shortly with the bottom of the inning. Good evening and welcome back to the bottom of the second innings, and stepping in to get us underway will be Oliver Flockstra, the first baseman. No defensive changes to the Orioles lineup. Lachlan Brook out for his second innings of work, and Flockstra will jump on the first pitch again into the top of the fence. 0-1. And that one sent skyward again by Flockstra, but we'll go onto the roof of the YMCA. The ever recognisable thud of a baseball. That one up and spinning directly at us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the swing there from Flockstra will end his time at the plate. Probably going to go in the books as a foul tip, actually, that one. Off the end of the bat into the glove of Harris. Bradley Dalton will now step in for his first appearance batting in the 7th hole for your Ryde Hawks. And big swing there from Dalton will open his account 0-1. And a bit of a foul tip there from Brad Dalton again. And Brooke quickly ahead in the count, as he has been most of the night. 0-2. And there, the swing from Dalton will end his time at the plate. Kai Stacey will step in for his first appearance, the first left-handed hitter. I think he's the only left-handed hitter for the Hawks tonight. He'll bat in the 8th hole. And The swing from Stacey, and I apologise. Those pitch velos aren't in the stream at the moment. It's it's for the velo machine has been knocked off its perch by a foul ball coming back into the fence. So we're just going to technically fix that with gaffer tape. A big old roll of tape should be in everyone's baseball bag. And Stacey, we back up 88 miles an hour there from Brooke. Just enough of a bat on it from Stacey to keep himself alive. So 2 outs now for the Hawks in this bottom of the second innings. Orioles plating 4 in the top of the inning to complement their 1 from the top of the first. And Stacey will be punched out on strikes there. That will end the Hawks here in the bottom of the second. They do not change the score. And on the Red Stitches scoreboard, after 2 complete, it is Orioles 5, Hawks 1. We'll be back for the top of the third. Welcome back to the top of the third innings, and Ben Caracassis is out for his second innings of work. The first of the Orioles to face him in this top of the third inning is Darian Raggins. Raggins grounding out to third base in his first at bat tonight, playing right field for the Orioles. And the first pitch in from Caracassis, down, ball 1. Two balls. That one sent skyward by Raggins. And Brennan camping under it will take the catch in shallow left field. So pop out there to shortstop. Technically it's a fly out, but I think the pop out more describes it. It certainly went up significantly higher than it went out. So I'll bring to the plate the 6-hole hitter, Havritisvili, George Havritisvili. Singled to right field in his first at bat. I apologise if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It's called foul very, very quickly. The off speed there will be called strike 2. And that's outside, not chased by Havritisvili. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that will miss down to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one just curving, not in. Full count. And 85 miles an hour from Caracassus will see Havritisvili looking. And the second out will go down here in the top of the third. 2 away, Gus Landon. The bases clearing triple from him to right field. Will step in now for his second appearance, but the first against Caracassus. And Landon jumping out of the way. 1-0. Choppy hit there from Landon, scooped by Lambert. And again, a full stretch from Flockstra will record the out. So a quick out here, a quick innings, should I say, for the Hawks, keeping the Orioles scoreless here in the third. We'll be back for the bottom of the inning.
Scorer's going to change for MacArthur, please. The DH is coming in to pitch. George. Thank you, Kerry.
I've been practicing for about 40 minutes now. Well, he's coming on the man.
So George is coming to pitch.
Yes. Thanks for that, Mitch. Okay, could have put a sticker on or something.
Good evening. Welcome back to the bottom of the third innings. If you have just joined us, the Orioles jumping out to a 5-1 lead here after plating 4 in the second. The Hawks kept them scoreless in the top of the third, but we have had a defensive change here for MacArthur, and George Havritisvili will take over the pitching responsibilities from Lachlan Brook. And the first of your Ryde Hawks to face Havritisvili will be Miguel Nixon. Nixon stepping in for his first appearance here in the bottom of the third, playing left field tonight. And he'll jump on the first pitch, 77 miles an hour, send it again into the top of the fence. 0-1. And the swing there from Nixon will put Havritisvili ahead in the count quickly. And Nixon will go down on strikes. Havritisvili picking up his first strikeout of the night. That will bring to the plate. It's going to turn the order over, should I say. And Cooper Wilson will step in now for his second appearance, a single to centre field for Wilson. Got us underway. He came around to score the Hawks' solo run. Can he get something going here in this third innings? And that one just straight in to the glove of Jordan Barnes at second base. So the line out there is the second out. And that will bring to the plate for his second appearance Jackson Heap. Strikeout swinging for Heap. Two out now here for the Hawks. And 78 miles an hour from Havritisvili. Probably going to get that wrong. Sorry, kid. That's going to sit up for Heap, 1-1. That one's on the ground, the scoop. And Jackson Mannix and Shannon Hislop will combine there for the ground out. And that will be the end of the Hawks here in the bottom of the third. They remain scoreless here, and after 3 complete on the Red Stitches scoreboard is MacArthur 5, Ryde 1. Will be back for the top of the fourth. Good evening. Welcome back to the top of the fourth innings. Then Caracassis on the mound for your Ryde Hawks. Campbell Harris is the batter in the box. The first pitch to Harris is outside and down, ball 1. Harris getting a board by an error charged against a Hawks fielder in his first at bat. That one choppy hit back, called foul very quickly by umpire Jones. 1-1 is the count. So 1-1. That one's on the ground, back into the glove of Caracassis. Little jog and a flick. We'll see the first out recorded here in the top of the fourth. We'll bring to the plate for his second appearance, the 9-hole hitter, Jordan Barnes, playing second base tonight. Drew a walk in his first at bat. And that's up and out to Barnes, ball 1. And that's going to sit up 2 balls. going to catch the outside of the plate. 2-1. And that's going to miss out and up. 3-1. And so Jordan Barnes will draw another walk from the 9 hole. That will turn the order over for the Orioles. Bring to the plate for his 3rd appearance, Chris Douglas, the shortstop. Strikeout and a triple for Douglas tonight. Sorry, it was Douglas who hit the bases clearing triple. Gus Landon just with a single RBI. Chris Douglas with the bases clearing triple. 81 miles an hour from Caracas's down the chute. It's 1 out here in the top of the 4th. 1 out, 1 on. Just in the last few moments of the dwindling light, officially we have passed sunset here in Sydney on what was a beautiful day. We've had some cracker hot days followed by cracker storms. That's on the ground. Brennan is going to just play to first. Barnes is taking a very early jump off the crack of the bat there, so there was no option for the double play. So Brennan using his experience straight over to Flockstra, and the second out will be recorded. Barnes will stand safely at second base. That will bring to the plate for his 3rd appearance, Tim Nelson. A single to centre and a strikeout for Nelson. First pitch into Nelson, ball 1. So it's got away from Stacey, but again, the athletic young catcher is able to keep control of it enough to keep Barnes at second base. That one's on the ground. Caracassis with the scoop over to Flockstra, and the out will be recorded. So 2 comebackers there for Ben Caracassis, again using his young athleticism, and the out will be recorded. We'll be back shortly for the bottom of the 4th. Good evening. Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth innings. No defensive changes for the Orioles. George Havritishvili is on the mound for MacArthur. Max Brennan will be the first to face him here in this bottom of the fourth innings. The first pitch down, ball one. And Brennan has lined that one into left field. So a leadoff single here for the Hawks in the bottom of the fourth. Those long shadows are starting to creep across my scribble notes here. Jesse O'Connell will now step in for his second appearance. Flew out to right field in his first at bat. Now has Brennan ahead of him on the base path, none out here, bottom of the fourth. And that one back on the ground. The chase from Mannix is going to see O'Connell out, but Brennan will move down to second base. So a nice job there from Jackson Mannix coming across on the running play over to Hislop. Brennan will move to second. Callum Lambert will step in now for his second appearance. He has a Hawk in scoring position. And that's straight back up the middle from Lambert, so that's definitely a base hit. So Brennan waited to make sure it was past him and then moved down to third. So Hawks with runners on the corners now will bring to the plate for his second appearance Oliver Flockstra. So a quick visit there to the mound from the catcher Harris. Just to recap the innings, a leadoff single to Brennan, a ground out to O'Connell, a single to Lambert, and that's how the Hawks have runners on the corners, one out here in the bottom of the fourth innings. The visit charged there against MacArthur catcher. Flockstra with the foul tip out in his first at bat. And jumps on that one, sent it into the top of the fence. In fact, it's straight over the fence onto the roof. 0-1. That's going to sit up for Flockstra, 1-1. That one's on the ground. Oh, coming off the body of someone there. Yeah, it's come off the body of Lambert. It's hit him. So he's going to be out at second, I think. So Brennan's come home. We know that much. But we'll see what happens at second base there. I think that ball was hit Callum Lambert. So yeah, he's out on the hit by batted ball, I suspect. It's just going to be quickly checked there by the Ryde manager, and Max Brennan's going to have to go back to third base. So Lambert's out there on the probably the hit by batted ball.
Runner 2 is out on interference.
It's an interference play. There you go.
Hit by batted ball before passing infielder. Hit by batted ball.
So it is a hit by batted ball. It's not an interference play. It's a hit by batted ball. And Oliver Flockstra will be aboard. Max Brennan will remain at third base. And it is 2 out now here for the Hawks. Bradley Dalton will step in now for his second appearance. The strikeout in his first tonight. That was off the pitching of Brooke. Yeah, it certainly did look from here as if that ball hit Callum Lambert, but I'm not sure if it came off someone's glove before it hit him. But anyway, the out has been recorded, and the first pitch in to Dalton is inside ball 1. And that's going to outside 2 balls now. So 2 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one sent into the fence. 2 balls, 1. And that one again fouled from Dalton. So 2-2. And that one's in the dirt, bouncing away from the catcher Harris, and Brennan's going to be out at home. So that one bouncing off the fence back into the glove of Harris, and Brennan will be out. Dalton won't complete his time at bat, and that will be the end of the innings here. Bottom of the 4th, the Hawks will leave them stranded. No score change. So we head to the top of the 5th. Orioles 5, Hawks 1 on the Register scoreboard. We'll be back shortly for the top of the 5th. Good evening. Welcome back to the top of the 5th innings. Stepping in for his 3rd appearance to get us underway will be the 3rd baseman, Jackson Mannix. A double to left field and a ground out to third base for his first 2 appearances. The first pitch in from Caracas's down, ball 1. That one's on the ground. Backhanded scoop from Brennan. over to Flockstra, and the routine out will be the first out here in the top of the 5th. And that looks like Ben Caracassis' time on the mound is complete. So a call to the Leagues Hub bullpen. We'll see. Drum roll. Daniel Thwaites. Daniel Thwaites will take over the pitching responsibilities from Ben Caracassis. So Daniel isn't on his first grade pitching debut tonight, but it's nice to see a young under-18s pitcher getting a chance to show what he can do in first grade. So as Daniel just goes through his last few warm-up pitches, and there isn't much to recap in the innings really, just the ground out to Jackson Mannix. If you are just joining us though, this is the top of the 5th innings, and the Orioles plated 1 in the first, 4 in the second, none in the third, none in the fourth, and your Ryde Hawks box looks like this: 1 in the first, none in the second, none in the third, and none in the fourth. Orioles holding a 5-1 lead here on the Red Stitches scoreboard. So the call to the Leagues Hub bullpen. We'll see Daniel Thwaites take over the pitching responsibilities from Ben Caracassis, who came in to relieve Luke Livian. And the base paths are clear of Orioles. The first of the MacArthur Orioles to face Daniel Thwaites will be Shannon Hislop. Hislop with a pop out, fly out to third base, and a ground out to second base. So we're ready to resume the action here. And the first pitch in from Thwaites will be a strike against Hislop. So 0-1 is the count. That one's fouled away by Hislop. 0-2. And that's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Hislop. And that one chopped away by Hislop. 1 ball, 2 strikes remains the count. Got a little bit of a pink sunset happening over our shoulders here at ELS All. I think if we're a bit closer to the coast, we might actually see a bit more of that. 1 ball, 2 is the count on Hislop. That one's fired into left field, and taking the catch will be the left fielder Nixon. So 2 outs here. The first out for Thwaites. 2 away here for the Orioles. Top of the 5th will bring to the plate for his 3rd appearance Darian Raggins. Another lefty-lefty matchup here. Raggins with a ground out to third base and a fly out, pop out to shortstop. The first pitch in from Thwaites outside, ball 1. And that one inside, 2 balls. That one chopped at, scooped up by Flockstra. He's going to have a double play out, but it won't be in time. So Raggins with the hit there to first base. Choppy play. Good effort from Flockstra, but Raggins will get aboard here. And will bring to the plate for his third appearance. Now batting for himself, George Havritishvili. Single to right field and a strikeout for him tonight. He took over the pitching responsibilities from Lachlan Brook. The bottom of the third innings. That one sent into the top of the fence. 0-1. So that the scorers have given Darian Raggins a hit on that choppy infield single. He's aboard with the single. That one's on the ground. Lambert with the scoop. And over to Flockstra for the out. So another nice play there from the Hawks. Infield will keep the Orioles scoreless here in the top of the fifth. We will take a break and be back for the bottom of the innings. Good evening and welcome back to the bottom of the fifth innings. Probably just saw on the stream there the Red Stitches store will be open in the lead up to Christmas. Any of those last minute stocking fillers for your baseball loving player, they are open. Give them a call. Head over to the store in Thornlea or get online to their website and see what you can do to fill up that stocking for your baseball lover. So Bradley Dalton will actually be the leadoff hitter here for the Hawks, not finishing or completing his time at bat in his last plate appearance. And that's going to be up for Dalton. So 1 ball now for Dalton. $80 miles an hour from Havritishvili down the chute. 1-1.
Next to right field.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Is it a bird? Oh, it's just a piece of paper. I wasn't sure what it was. I could see it out there in right field. Thought it might have been a bird. Dalton's going to be punched out. So the first out recorded here for the Orioles Havritishvili picking up his second strikeout of the night. Kai Stacey will step in for his second appearance. And the first pitch into Stacey, up and out, ball one. Two balls. And that one into the top of the fence. 2-1. And that's outside for Stacey. 81 miles an hour from Havritishvili. 3-1. That one's fired into the Hawks bullpen. So full count now for the 8-hole hitter and catcher for tonight for the Hawks, Kai Stacey. Umpire just said 2-2, but I'm pretty sure it's 3-1. 3-2, sorry, full count. We'll see in the end of this one. That one sent skyward by Stacey. Coming in and taking control will be the centre fielder, Tim Nelson. So the fly out to centre field, the second out for the Hawks, and that will bring to the plate for his second appearance, Miguel Nixon. He was actually the first of the Hawks to face Havritishvili in the bottom of the third inning. That one in over the head of Nixon, 83 miles an hour, ball one. And that one straight up the middle from Nixon. And a hit will be recorded there. So 2-out hit from Miguel Nixon. Douglas doing his best to stop the trajectory of that one. It was on its way to centre field, but a hit no less. And that will bring the Hawks order, turn it over. Cooper Wilson will step in for his third appearance, single to centre field and a line out to second base. And the first pitch in to Wilson, up ball one. And that one fired into the top of the fence. 1-1. Runners taken off. So Nixon with the stolen base there. Very quick jump from Nixon, putting himself into scoring position. It's a ball on the batter, Wilson. Nixon's diving into second base in the cloud of dust. You can just see echoing away there. And the swing from Wilson, 2-2. And that one sent onto the concourse. So Wilson will keep himself at the plate. 2-2 will remain the count. And Wilson will see that one down. So count now full for the leadoff hitter, Cooper Wilson. And Wilson will draw the walk. So quality at bat there from the young centre fielder. Bring to the plate for his third appearance, Jackson Heap, the designated hitter tonight. Strikeout and a ground out. Heap now has runners on first and second, but no outs to play with. 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And a swing will open Heap's account, 81 miles an hour from Havritsishvili. That will set up 1 ball, 1 strike now for Heap. And that will catch the bottom of the zone for Heap. So 1 ball, 2 the count. That one's on the ground. The scoop from Mannix, the flick to Hislop, and the out will be recorded. Nice play there at third base from Mannix. And it will, and the Hawks, they'll leave the runners stranded. And after 5 complete on the Red Stitches scoreboard, it remains MacArthur 5, Ryde Hawks 1. Will be back for the top of the 6th. Good evening. Welcome back to the top of the 6th innings. We have a defensive change here for your Ryde Hawks. Alistair Ballantyne is coming in to take over the pitching responsibilities from Daniel Thwaites. He actually may be on debut for first grade, is he? Does anyone know? I don't have any stats. My iPad was stolen by the canteen manager. The first pitch in to Gus Landon was a strike, and that's going to be one of those horrible things that just drops into no man's land in right field. So Landon will get aboard with the no man's land single to right field. Campbell Harris will step in now for his 3rd appearance. Single, beg your pardon, he reached on an error and was ground out back to the pitcher, which was at the time Ben Caracassis. New pitcher now, Alistair Ballantyne. And 82 miles an hour from Ballantyne is going to go straight onto the roof from Harris. 0-1. That one's fired into right field by Harris, and it's bounced off the leg of Dalton, and it's on its way out into the graveyard of ELS Hall. 1 run's going to score. Harris is going to chance himself. No, he's not. He'll be satisfied with the triple. So a run will cross the plate here for the Orioles in this top of the 6th innings. Campbell Harris with a hit down to right field. It's probably going to be credited as a double, maybe a triple, I'm not sure. Bradley Dalton, a bit disappointed in himself. I can see him down there, but it is difficult when it bounces on the freshly cut grass in the outfield here at ELS Hall, which we all know is lightning quick. It gets out there and it is gone. It's all chase. Jordan Barnes will step in now for his 3rd appearance. Barnes drawing 2 walks, only had a single strike thrown to him in his 2 previous at-bats. And that one fouled back into the fence. On deck batter in not a good position for that foul. 1-1. .86 miles an hour from Ballantyne. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's over the head of Barnes. 2-2. And that's sent skyward. The chase is on. Dalton's going to take the catch. The throw's going to be fired in. The scoop from Stacey won't be enough. So the Hawks are all saying that Harris left early. They're bitterly disappointed that the umpires didn't see it as well. The out will be recorded in right field. The run will score on the sacrifice fly. And the Orioles will extend their lead here, 7 runs to 1. It's going to turn the order over as well. Chris Douglas will step in for his 4th appearance. Empty base paths though. And the first pitch in to Douglas is ball 1. that one straight back up the middle past the glove of Ballantyne. So the single there for Douglas. A quick visit here. And that's going to see Ballantyne's time on the mound done, in fact. So a call to the Leagues Hub bullpen. We'll see, drum roll, Carl Cross will come in to replace Alistair Ballantyne. A real bullpen night for the Hawks here tonight. Livian, Caracassis, Thwaites, Ballantyne, and now Cross will take over the pitching responsibilities. I'll just recap the innings. A single to Gus Landon, a triple to Campbell Harris. We'll probably get a scorer correction on that one. Jordan Barnes with the sacrifice fly, and a single to Chris Douglas. 2 in, 1 out here in this top of the 6th innings, and Kyle Cross will step in to get us underway. As Crossy's just going through his last few warm-up pitches, I'll just remind you again, we still have a full program coming for round 13 on Saturday, this coming Saturday. First pitch of 18s at 10:30 a.m, followed at 1 p.m. by third grade, 3:30 p.m. by second grade, and the return fixture of first grade at 6 p.m. on Saturday night. And the good news, which is going to bring a smile to the faces, I know, of my crew here, it's bacon on a stick night on... Yes, I knew you'd be happy about that. It's bacon on a stick night at the ballpark on Saturday night. So still plenty of times to make your Christmas plans and bring the family down to see a cracker game of baseball between these two long-standing member clubs of the New South Wales State League. Bacon on a stick night. It was pretty good.
I liked it. Richard's not a fan.
Yeah, I've got one in, one out over here. Bacon on a stick night, and we'll load up some Christmas music. You could just imagine it's a Christmas ham or something, you know? Christmas ham, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. No chestnuts. Can't get chestnuts this time of year. It's too hot. Okay, so just imagine it's ham. Back to the action. Tim Nelson will step in now for his 4th appearance, a single, a strikeout, and a ground out for him. The first pitch in from Cross, 83 miles an hour, called strike 1. 1 out, 2 on. Beg your pardon, 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. That's going to sit up for Nelson, 1-1. The balk called quickly there by the plate umpire Jones on Cross. So no pitch on the batter there. Count remains 1-1. One out, 1 on, 1 in, top 6. It's going to sit outside 84 miles an hour from Cross. the swing there from Nelson. In fact, it is two in the innings, not one. So it's 1 out, 1 on, 2 in. The 2-2 is the count. On the batter in the 2 hole, I'm on fire. And the swing there from Nelson, 84 miles an hour from Cross. Nelson will head back to the dugout. Cross will pick up his first strikeout of the night and the second out of the inning. And so now we've got 2 out, 2 in, 1 on. And the 3-hole hitter, Jackson Mannix, will step in for his 4th appearance. An RBI double to left field, a ground out, in fact 2 ground outs. And that one's on the ground again. Diving Lambert won't be enough to stop it. It's going out to left field. The runner was sent and held up at the last minute. Nice in from Miguel Nixon in left field, scooped up by Stacey. So the single to left field will be recorded for Mannix, and Douglas will be at third base. So runners on the corners now for the Orioles will bring to the plate the cleanup hitter, Shannon Hislop. Fly out to third base, a ground out, and a fly out to left field. 2 out, 2 on, 2 in. And the first pitch into his lop down ball, 186 miles an hour from Cross. That one's on the ground. O'Connell making sure of it to Flockstra. And the out will be recorded. Those 2 runs will be stranded. But the Orioles do plate 2 and they extend their lead 7 runs to 1 on the Red Stitches scoreboard. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Bit of jazz there for a Wednesday night. Back to the action. And George Havritishvili is back on the mound for the Orioles. No changes defensively, say the scorers. Max Brennan will step in for his 3rd appearance. couple of singles for Brennan here tonight. In fact, back-to-back singles to left field for Max Brennan. So the foul tip there indicated by umpire Jones. 1-1 the count now on Brennan. Outside and down 78 miles an hour, 2 balls 1. That one's on the ground. The scoop from Mannix shores his feet over to Hislop, and the ground out will be the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. That will bring to the plate for his 3rd appearance Jesse O'Connell, the second baseman. Batting 4, playing 4, wearing 4. God, I love that. Fly out to right field, ground out to third base. .79 miles an hour from Havritishvili. Strike 1. Up and out. 1-1. That's going to be up, probably a bit in. 2 balls 1. And that one's on the ground, scooped again by Mannix, combining with Hislop. Back-to-back ground outs to third base for the Hawks. Callum Lambert will step in now for his 3rd appearance. Strikeout and a single for Lambert. Up and out. Ball 1. And that one sent skyward by Lambert. The chase is on, and it will go over the fence. 1-1. That one fired back up the middle, and I thought it might have found some ground, but well read there by Tim Nelson in centre field. And the line out to centre field will be the 3rd out for the Hawks. They will remain scoreless here in the bottom of the 6th. And after 6 complete on the Red Stitches scoreboard, it's MacArthur 7, Ryde 1. We'll be back for the top of the 7th. Good evening and welcome back to the top of the 7th innings. We do have a defensive change here for the Hawks. Frank Clark has come in to the game and is now fielding in right field for Brad Dalton. So Clark for Dalton, a straight swap there for the Hawks in right field. No one else has changed. Back on the mound is Cross. And a really odd swinging hit there from Raggins, and the chase put on by Lambert, but just not able to get there, and the foul will be how it will be recorded. A very weird curve on that foul ball. So 0-1 the count now on Darian Raggins. He's in for his 4th appearance, a ground out, a fly out, and a single. 0-1 is the count. 84 miles an hour from Cross will catch the bottom of the zone. 0-2. Just under 35 minutes or so, just over 30 minutes to go in this game. That one's on the ground. This time Lambert's not going to make it cleanly. And in and out of the glove of Lambert there. Raggins will get a board. Probably will be charged as an error on Lambert. So Raggins will be aboard here in the top of the 7th, beg your pardon. George Havritishvili will step in now for his 4th appearance. He is now the pitcher of record for the Orioles, a single to right, a strikeout and a ground out. And the swing there, 81 miles an hour from Cross. 0-1. Cross with a couple of pick-off attempt moves there to first base. Not happy that Raggins is aboard. And again, fires it over to Flockstra. Raggins back very quickly. Only had a very short lead there. You could probably see that. Still well on the dirt for his lead, first base. And the swing, 87 miles an hour from Cross. Oh, and 2. And we're back to first again from Cross. That one sent skyward. And again, not caught in foul territory. So that one just going in the books again as a foul. Dropping in the triangle of Hawks defenders there in foul territory. 0-2 remains the count. And 83 miles an hour will get Havritishvili swinging. Cross will pick up his 2nd strikeout of the night, the first out here in the top of the 7th. Gus Landon will step in now for his 4th appearance. A triple to right, a ground out and a single to right. And again, Cross back to first. Not happy at all that Raggins is aboard. And that one inside on Landon, 86 miles an hour from Cross. 1-0. Two balls now, 87 miles an hour from cross. Two balls just missing inside, possibly a little up. And that one outside. So 3 straight balls here to Gus Landon. That will catch the inside of the plate, 85 miles an hour from cross. That one's on the ground. O'Connell with the scoop to Brennan. And a full stretch Flockstra. And the ground into double play. Turned there by the Hawks. Infield will end the top of the 7th, despite the leadoff hitter getting aboard with an error and a couple of fouls that were very close to being out. The Orioles will remain scoreless here in the top of the 7th. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Good evening. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th innings. If you are just joining us, the Orioles hold a 7-1 lead here on the Red Stitches scoreboard. Oliver Flockstra will get us underway here in the bottom of the 7th innings. No defensive changes for the Orioles. First pitch in from Havricishvili to Flockstra. Up and a little bit out. Question was, did he go? The answer was no. That one will go in the books as a ball. Flockstra with a strikeout and probably an error on the second baseman. That one's lifted into left field. It's over the head of the left fielder and it's on its way to the fence. It's going to bounce off the fence for a double for Flockstra. So a lead off double to left field for Ollie Flockstra here in the bottom of the 7th. Really nice rip off the bat, that one. Over the left fielder's head very quickly. Gus Landon put the chase on. Flockstra with the stand-up double. That will bring to the plate for his first appearance. Frank Clark came in to replace Bradley Dalton defensively, an inning ago in right field. He will step in now for his first appearance tonight. None out here. Runner standing safely at second base. The Hawks chasing down 6 to tie. That one chopped at by Clark. Fouled off, 0-1. That's fired into right field by Clark. Moved across quickly is Raggins. But Clark jumping on that pitch and sending it down to right field. Flockstra's going to take the opportunity to go down to third. And the Hawks now have runners on the corners. None out here in the bottom of the 7th. And we've got a pinch hitter here for Stacey. This is Bass Matthews. Sebastian Matthews will step in for his first appearance. Pinch hitting for Kai Stacey here in the 8-hole. So Sebastian Matthews is the pinch hitter. He'll step in from the left side, and the Hawks with runners on the corners. Clark with wheels, Flockstra with wheels. And Flockstra will see the first pitch in from Havrichishvili, ball 1. And a big swing there from Matthews. Woo! 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark's taken off. Bit of bat on that one. It's going to send Clark back to first. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count on Matthews. Long stare from Havrichishvili. That one's outside. So 2-2. Hawks chasing 6. 2 base runners on here. None out. Bottom 7. That straight back up the middles from Matthews. So the base hit there from Sebastian Matthews. And Flockstra will score. So we've got another pinch hitter now. O'Neill will come in to pinch hit for Nixon. Matt O'Neill will step in. Another left-handed hitter will step in now to face Havrichishvili. None out, 1 in, 2 on for the Hawks. O'Neill stepping in for his first appearance tonight. And you'll see the first pitch in. Ball 176 miles an hour. So O'Neill, Matt O'Neill hitting here in the 9-hole. It's not something you see every day. 1 ball. And the strike called there. 76 miles an hour. 1-1. And that's going to be outside. So 2-1. And that will catch the zone. So 2-2 for O'Neill. 2 on, 1 in, none out. Bottom 7. 9-hole hitter in the box. And that's down. Got away from Harris, but unsighted by Clark at second base, so he'll stay where he is. In the dirt for O'Neill. Full count now. And that will be a walk. So O'Neill will draw a walk from the 9-hole. And the bases are now loaded for the Hawks. So we've got a pinch runner here in for Sebastian Matthews. Ethan Zorinsky. And we've got a quick visit to the mound. I think we might actually have a pitching change here. We do. So we'll just get this change. So just waiting to hear these changes. It looks like we've got on the mound now. Yeah, I'm not actually sure because the kids were wearing all different numbers. I think it might be Jackson Mannix, is it? Yeah, it is. So Mannix has come to the mound. Okay, so I do have those changes now, and it's a bit of a shiftity-do around the infield here for the Orioles. Jackson Mannix has come to the mound. George Havrit. Yeah, okay, so Jackson Mannix has come to the mound from third base. George Havritishvili, who was the pitcher, is now at first base. The previous first baseman, Shannon Hislop, is now at second baseman, which means the previous second baseman, Jordan Barnes, is now at third base. So quickly round the diamond, it's Mannix on the mound, Harris behind the dish, Havritishvili at first, Shannon Hislop at second, Jordan Barnes at third. The shortstop remains Chris Douglas. No change to the outfield. Gush Landon in left, Tim Nelson in centre, and Darian Raggins in right. So we have an offensive change too. Ethan Zorinsky has come in to pinch run for Sebastian Matthews. So we have loaded bases, none out here for the Hawks in the bottom of the 7th. Mannix is the new pitcher of record. The Hawks batting lineup has turned over, and Cooper Wilson will step in to be the first of the Hawks to face Mannix with loaded bases, none out, bottom 7. 1 run's already crossed in the innings. The Hawks are chasing down another 5 to tie this game, 6 to take the lead. Cooper Wilson, a single, a line out and a walk, and he's jumping on the first pitch from Mannix and sending it over onto the driveway for 0-1. And that one in the dirt, kept in front by Harris, 1-1. And that one straight back up the middle. It's past the diving second baseman. One run's going to cross. The Hawks will be satisfied with that. So the single to centre field for Cooper Wilson. And the Hawks will claw another run back. 7 runs to 3 now on the Red Stitches scoreboard. And the situation remains loaded bases. Still none out here in the bottom of the 7th. Jackson Heap will step in for his 4th appearance. A strikeout and back-to-back groundouts to third base for Heap tonight. He's due, this kid. And the first pitch into Heap. 76 miles an hour down, ball 1. That one's on the ground, trailing down the left field line, foul. 1-1's the count.
Ryde in the dugout, please. In the dugout.
So 1-1 the count now for Heap. That one's fired into right field. It's going to be caught by Raggins on a jump. Ethan Zarinsky's going to tag up. O'Neill's going to tag up. Zarinsky's going to score on the sacrifice fly. O'Neill will move down to third base. So the sacrifice fly there for Jackson Heap. Ethan Zarinsky will cross the plate. The Hawks now chasing 3 to tie, 4 to win. And they have runners on the corners. Max Brennan will step in for his 4th appearance. Back-to-back singles to left and a ground out to third base for Brennan. Can he keep it rolling for the Hawks? And the first pitch into Brennan, down, ball 1. Wilson's taken off. That one sent skyward by Brennan. The catch is going to be taken at second base. Wilson got all the way to second base and had to go back. So the fly out for Brennan will be the second out. Pop out to second base. Brennan, Cooper Wilson got virtually all the way to second base and had to turn around and get back again, which he did. So the double play wasn't turned. Jesse O'Connell will step in now for his 4th appearance. The Hawks only have 1 out up their sleeve. O'Connell represents the tying run. Outside and down, ball 1 for O'Connell. Fly out to left and back-to-back groundouts to third base. As I said, O'Connell represents the tying run here in this game. O'Connell sends that one skyward. And coming across and not taking the catch there is Douglas. So a lucky break there for O'Connell. In fact, that's probably going to be a hit for O'Connell. It was a massive run from Douglas. We'll see how the scorers put that one in the books. So O'Connell's got a pinch runner for him here. Ryan Chu has come in to pinch run for Jesse O'Connell. And the Hawks have runners on the corners. Wilson and Chu are the base runners. Lambert is the batter in the box. Chu now represents the tying run in this game. go-ahead run is at the plate. The first pitch in to Lambert, down, ball 1. Tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate, none outs up the Hawks' sleeve here. This bottom of the 7th innings. And Ryan Chew's going to get under the tag. And Cooper Wilson's going to come home. So the tying run now standing at second base. And 2 balls on the batter, Lambert. Didn't this game get interesting in a hurry? 2 balls on Lambert. And that's going to drop down, so 3 balls on Lambert. Tying run at second. And down the chute from Mannix, 72 miles an hour, 3-1. Lambert's going to draw a walk. So that's a go-ahead run now. He's on the base paths. And we've got a pinch runner. Literally the whole club's being used in this game tonight for the Hawks. So pinch runner here, Lachlan Heap has come in for Callum Lambert. So Ryan Chew at second, Lachlan Heap at first, Oliver Flockstra, who got it all started here in the bottom of the 7th with the double to left, now has the tying run at second base, a go-ahead run at first. And that's been sent skyward by Flockstra. It's going to land on the concourse. Well, did it land? Was it just foul, was it? Oh, beg your pardon. Just foul. Yeah, I didn't hear the concrete. So I don't watch the screen. Sorry, guys. I don't have a real actual personal visual of that. I should just watch the screen when it heads out into the corners. But the foul will be the first pitch into Flockstra. That's fired into left field by Flockstra. It's over the head of the left fielder. The tying run's going to cross. The go-ahead run is also going to cross. Lachlan Heap motoring in. Ollie Flockstra with the double. And all of this has happened with the Hawks with 2 out. They've taken the lead here in this game. Can you believe it? We've had 2 out here for the last 3 batters, and the Hawks have just kept the game rolling. Frank Clark will step in now for his second appearance. He singled to right field, came into the game defensively for Bradley Dalton, and singled to right field in this innings, coming around now in the innings for his second appearance. The Hawks have taken the lead here, 8 runs to 7. So not done here either. Clark will step in. The first pitch in from Mannix will be down. Called strike 1, 74 miles an hour. Fouled back into the press box here by Clark. 0-2. That's going to miss down for Clark. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to sit up for Clark. So 2-2. And again, that's going to sit up for Clark. It's a full count now for the young right fielder. Clark's going to put that one into the top of the press box. Clark's lated that one into right field. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. So that will end the Hawks here, but not before they plate 7 and take the lead here in this game. And believe it or not, there's still a couple of more minutes left in this game before we wouldn't have to start the next inning. So we will come back out for the top of the 8th. We'll be back very shortly.
Excuse me? O'Neill, do we have a new picture?
Okay, so we've got a huge number of defensive changes here for the Hawks. You probably noticed that there were a boatload of pinch runners in that last inning, so I'm not even going to bother to tell you who all the changes are, but I will go around the diamond. The most significant one will be that Sam Thompson has come in to replace Kyle Cross on the mound. So Sam Thompson is the new pitcher of record. Behind the dish now is Scott Edwards. Oliver Flockstra remains at first base. Second base now is Lachlan Heap. Third base now is Ryan Chu. Shortstop remains Max Brennan. And the outfield left to right, Matt O'Neill, Cooper Wilson, and Frank Clark. So a massive shift there, almost a hockey change for the Hawks, but they do hold the lead going into this top of the 8th innings. 8 runs to 7, plating 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th innings. And the first of the Orioles to face Thompson here in the top of the 8th will be the catcher, Campbell Harris. Harris reached on an error, had a ground out and a triple to right field. And the first pitch in from Thompson is in and up, ball 1. So Thompson just not sure if he's getting the signals right here in the nighttime game. So that is charged as a visit. Okay, so 1 ball on Harris. That's going to sit outside. 2 balls. Now it's going to drop down. So 3 straight balls here for Harris. And 4-ball walk issued there to Campbell Harris. So the tying run is aboard here in this game. And that will bring to the plate for his 4th appearance, Jordan Barnes. Barnes with 2 walks and a sacrifice fly. And that's going to miss inside on Barnes. And down the chute from Thompson, 73 miles an hour, 1 ball, 2 strikes, much to the deep appreciation of the Hawks dugout. 1-1. Big shout out to the scorers who've had to deal with 8 million changes here tonight. The Hawks have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitches. 6 pitches. And that's going to miss. 2 balls, 1. So tying run at first, go ahead run at the plate. That's going to sit up again. So three balls, 1 strike. And that's another walk there issued from Thompson. So the go-ahead run is at first base, none out, and the order's been turned over here for the Orioles. And Chris Douglas will step in for his 4th appearance. And it's going to be a quick visit to Thompson. So the visit concluded. So just to recap, back-to-back walks issued here to the Orioles in the top of the 8th. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first, none out. Chris Douglas will step in now for his 5th appearance as the leadoff hitter. The order turned over. It's a strikeout, a triple, a ground out and a single for Douglas. And Thompson with the quick turn. Harris back equally as quick. And the bunt put down. Thompson not clean. He will get it down to first base to get the out. The Orioles will move down. So the sacrifice bunt there from Douglas to good effect. Thompson over quickly, making sure of it. But the tying run now is at third. The go-ahead run is at second. Tim Nelson will step in for his fifth appearance. A single to center, a strikeout, a ground out, and a strikeout for Thompson. Beg your pardon, for Nelson. So tying run now at third base. Go-ahead run at second. 1 out. That's outside from Thompson. Ball 1. And again, that's outside. kept in front enough by Edwards to keep Harris at third. So 2 balls now on Nelson. The swing from Nelson. 2 balls, 1. That's outside. So 3 balls, 1 now for Nelson. That one sent skyward by Nelson. It's going to be foul. So the count now full, long strike. So full count now for Nelson. And Nelson will draw the walk. So the base is now loaded with Orioles. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Tying run at 3rd. Go ahead run at 2nd. And 1 out. And stepping in for his 4th appearance will be the now pitcher of record for the Orioles, Jackson Mannix. Looks like we're going to have another pitching change here for the Hawks. So Livian, Caracassis, Thwaite, Ballantyne, Cross, Thompson and O'Neill. So O'Neill will come to the mound now for so we've got Kelleher in for the DH.
We've got Matt Kelleher
Yep.
into the game for
Jackson Heap. Yeah. So Matt Kelleher's come into the game for the designated hitter Jackson Heap, and he'll now field in left field. And the left fielder Matt O'Neill will move to the mound. So just recapping the innings, a leadoff walk to Campbell Harris. Jordan Barnes also drawing a walk, a sacrifice bunt to Chris Douglas. Tim Nelson drawing a walk. Load of bases, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Tying run at 3rd. Go ahead run at 2nd. And pitching change here for the Hawks. Matt O'Neill just going through his last few warm-up pitches. The first of the Orioles to face O'Neill will be Jackson Mannix. Mannix with a double to left, a ground out to 3rd, a ground out to short, and a single to left. Probably any combination or any one of those will tie up this game. So back to the action. And the first pitch from O'Neill outside and down, ball 1. And the swing from Mannix. 0-1. 1-1, sorry. That one sent skyward by Mannix. Clark's going to let it bounce. So the game is now tied. Okay, so the single to right field for Jackson Mannix. And the bases are still loaded. And it is just the one out here. So we've got a tied ball game. Shannon Hislop will step in for his 5th appearance. A pop out, a ground out, a fly out, and a ground out. Lefty-lefty matchup now. And that's going to miss out and down, ball 1. And that will catch the zone. 1-1. And that one's fired into centre field by Hislop. It's going to find grass. So the go-ahead run will score. The 2 runs are going to be waved in here. So the single double to centre field will plate 2 runs for the Orioles. And they will regain the lead here in this game. 10 runs to 8. And Darian Raggins will now step in for his 4th appearance. So 1 out, 3 in, 2 on, top 8. That's inside on Raggins, jumping out of the way. He wants to play. Raggins with a ground out, a fly out, a single, and probably reaching on an error. That one's been called up too. So 2 balls now on Raggins. Orioles holding a 7-1 lead in this game through 7 innings. And the out's going to be made at the plate there. So a great job by Scotty Edwards scooping up. So we've got 2 out now here in the game. 10 runs to 8 is the scoreline. Well, that one getting away from Edwards, but he scooped it up, flicked it back to O'Neill, who applied the tag on the advancing Mannix. It's 2-1 is the count on Raggins. So 2-1 is the count on Raggins. 2 out, 1 on. And that's going to catch the zone. So count now 2-2. That one's in the dirt. Going away from Edwards, but no movement on the base pass this time from Hislop. So a full count now for Raggins. 2 out, 3 in, 1 on. And that one's fired into left field. It's going to find grass. So the Orioles will extend their lead here. Single to left field for Darian Raggins. And it is 11 runs to 3 now. That will bring to the plate for his 5th appearance, George Havritishvili. Single to right, a strikeout, a ground out, and a second strikeout for him tonight. And that's going to sit up. Ball 1. And the swing there from Havritishvili. 1-1. One is taken off. The throw from Edwards is going to actually hit Raggins in the back as it goes through. So the stolen base there to Raggins. And it's a ball on the batter in the box, I think, is the call. 2 balls, 1 on Havritishvili. And the swing. 2-2. Time called there by the batter in the box. That's going to set up for Havritishvili. Full count. And the swing will see the end of the innings. So the Warriors will plate 4. They'll regain the lead. The Hawks were chasing 7. Do they have a 4-run chase in them? We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th. Good evening. Welcome back to the bottom of the 8th and final innings of this roller coaster game between your Ryde Hawks and the MacArthur Orioles. And surprise, surprise, we have another change here. Stepping in for his first appearance tonight, pinch hitting in the 7-hole for Scott Edwards is the left-handed Cameron Howey. Jackson Mannix back out for his second innings of work. The first pitch in, very off-speed there, called strike 1 on Howey. We've actually had 4 Hawks in this 7-hole during the course of the night. And that's going to drop in again. So 2 strikes now on Howey. Mannix getting to work very quickly, protecting this regained Orioles lead. It was 7-1 through 6, and then the game sprung open and sprung back close again, really, for the Hawks. 11 runs to 8 on the Red Stitches scoreboard. Do the Hawks have a 4-run chase in them here in the bottom of this innings? And that's going to sit up for Howey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Howay will go down on strikes. So the first out recorded here for the Orioles in the bottom of the 8th will bring to the plate for his second appearance, Matt O'Neill. And now a pitcher of record for the Hawks. He drew a walk in his first at bat. And the first pitch in to O'Neill, called strike one. And that's going to sit up 1-1. And it's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one sent skyward by O'Neill. Moving in is Raggins, who'll take the catch. So 2 out now here for the Hawks in this bottom of the 8th innings. 1 out up their sleeve, still chasing 4 runs. And that's going to turn the order over for Cooper Wilson, who'll step in for his 5th appearance. Single to centre, a line out to short, a walk, and a second single to centre for Wilson tonight. Can he keep the Hawks alive here? And Wilson's jumped on the first pitch. It's gone up over our heads. Foul 1. Foul 1. Strike 1. And Wilson's fouled that one off again. 0-2. So 2 strikes now on Wilson. Wilson sent that one skyward, moving back, and camping under it is Hislop, the second baseman, and that will be the end of the game. And the seesawing game it was. Orioles held the lead 7-1 for the majority of the game. The Hawks plating 8 runs in the 7th wasn't enough to keep the lead. Orioles coming back and scoring 4, and they will take the victory here in this game. We'll be back again on Saturday for the first pitch of under 18s at 10:30. For those of you who are only Wednesday night viewers of our stream, we do encourage you to tune in on the weekend. But if you can't, and this is where we say goodbye to you, we wish you, on behalf of the broadcast team and the Hawks family, we wish you a safe and Merry Christmas. Good night.